Good evening, and welcome back to the Land Before Time Therapy. Tonight I'll be discussing therapy from the seventh movie of the Land Before Time franchise, where we will learn lessons about being accountable for our actions and discovering beyond the mysterious beyond with astronomy, and also learning about friendships being tested, learn how to have each other's more than any magic ever, even if there is magic or not. Which in this story is The Land Before Time 7, The Stone of Cold Fire. Littlefoot, Sarah, Spike, Ducky, and Petrie are back in an enchanting little feature-length adventure, and that's when it starts out this way. Littlefoot has witnessed an amazing sight, a stone of cold fire, which we call a comet, that fell through the night sky and landed somewhere in the Smoking Mountains. But Littlefoot is the only one in the Great Valley who saw the stone, and he can't find anyone who believes him. Petrie's long-lost uncle, Toronto, offers encouragement, but Petrie and his friends don't know that the shady Toronto has his own reasons for wanting to find the stone, which he believes has special powers. Searching for the truth, the young dinos venture out into the mysterious beyond and enter a thrilling adventure beyond their wildest imaginations. So some things we can actually learn from this story is learning that there is so much that we don't know out there in the universe, even though a lot of things have been discovered, like by Galileo and many others, even with the Hubble telescopes, the space shuttle programs, all of that. But that's not just the point. One of the points is to learn how to be accountable for our actions. Like Petrie's uncle Toronto, he actually committed a very nasty crime, which led some of his followers to their deaths. It was this told about the account of what happened to the grown-ups while the kids were on their own back in the first movie, trying to reach the Great Valley after the big earthquake that hit. And how it actually left him emotionally scarred, and how he was actually plotting to find the stone to make himself ruler over the Great Valley, which sounds pretty harsh and treacherous, like treason. And since Ducky heard their plans, she got kidnapped by Toronto and his followers, or two other flyers, which you'll see in the movie, Rinkus and Sierra. But it even goes to show some other lessons, like, even though some people have made bad choices, they still have good inside them. Like from Star Wars, like Anakin Skywalker, for example, there was good in him even though he made a lot of bad decisions, and he was able to turn back to the good. That's kind of what happened here with Toronto as well, because he actually helped save Ducky from falling to a death drop. And it's always neat to find discoveries, because I've actually seen things way out beyond the mysterious beyond, which we call the universe, like outside our planet. I've seen some things. I've never seen a comet, but I've seen Saturn. I've seen some of the stars in the sky, star clusters, galaxies from observatories. But seeing Saturn was really amazing. And that kind of reminds me how Littlefoot was the only one who saw the stone, and how he saw something really amazing up there in the sky that night. But there's also another lesson to learn from this story about friendship, because Petrie almost fell away from his friends and almost lost his friendship because he was siding with his uncle Toronto, but he didn't know that his uncle lied to him about everything, especially about trying to find the stone of cold fire. But Petrie mentioned that when he finally learned this lesson, like what we need with magic when we got each other. So he finally learned his lesson to how friendship really means to him. And friendship means a lot to him, and it means a lot to everyone. Even to me, it means a lot to me. And it's important to have our friendship last long, hopefully like forever. That's what I hope to do with my friends as well, because I don't want to lose them. Even though it is sometimes hard to lose them even when they have to go their own ways. But it's always nice to make new friends. But it's always good to stay in contact with your friends as well. So, I hope you enjoy the 7th movie of the Land Before Time franchise. And if you ever had experiences of seeing beyond the mysterious beyond, I recommend try and go to an observatory. It's really worth it. You can discover new things you never even heard of before. I hope to see a comet, or known as a stone of cold fire, fly across the sky one day, if given the chance and the opportunity. So I hope you enjoy The Land Before Time 7, The Stone of Cold Fire. Until next time, I remain your obedient servant, Paul May. Good night.